What is this? Donald Trump has an edge in early voting. No, he doesn't. This is a stupid poll. A Harvard Caps Harris poll found 48% of voters who said they would cast their ballots early in critical swing states picked Trump, while 47% sided with Harris. So this isn't actually about who's voted early. This is about people who say they're going to vote early. And then like, well, what's your sample? What's your like selection, you know? Straight line. Well, it's not straight lying. It's just not the methodology. 12% of people can pilot a nuclear submarine. I could do it. I think I could do it. Just don't open the screen door. You want to see something that's pogged up? Something that's actually good? There was a leaked document from a Republican super PAC that got yoinked by Politico just yesterday, showing that they are deeply concerned about the state of some of their Senate races. Of course, Republicans are looking to, and are likely to, grab the Senate in this election, even if Trump loses. And we still have a lot of work to do to maximize our gains in this critical Senate election, PAC President Stephen Law reportedly wrote. We also have to guard our flanks. I love to guard my flank. I love to gird my loins. Let's see. To reclaim control of the Senate, Republicans need to gain 2 seats if Kamala Harris wins the presidential election, or 1 if Donald Trump wins. Politico's reporting suggests that 8 races in Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Maryland, Michigan, Texas, Nebraska, and Arizona all present problems. Senator Sherrod Brown appears surprisingly strong in Ohio, while Republican candidate Bernie Moreno is trailing by 6 points. That's better than I thought. I knew Moreno was down. Keep in mind, this is internal Republican polling. I knew that Moreno was down. Like, Republicans have been dumping money into this race. I'm in Ohio, and literally the only Moreno ad we get is entirely focused on trans girls in sports. Well, let's see if it's a winning strategy. Democratic Senators Bob Casey and Tammy Baldwin remain ahead of their opponents in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, Politico reported. Democrats Representative Elisa Slotkin and Angela Alsobrooks' leads are growing in 2 open races in Michigan and Maryland. Incumbent Senator Ted Cruz only maintains a single-point lead over Colin Allred. A single point. I didn't know what to make of like the plurality of the polls out there on this specific race, because like it's very high profile. The state polling is not always as reliable as the national polling, and the national polling is also not very reliable. But if the internal Republican polling shows he's only a point ahead, that's pretty good. And a race pitting Deb Fischer, that's the Republican, against independent Dan Osborne was described as a serious trouble spot. Republican Sam Brown trails first-term Democratic Senator Jackie Rosen in Nevada by 7 points, and in Arizona, Kari Lake trails Rep. Ruben Gallego by 5 points. So it seems like in all of these contested races, Democrats have a significant edge in every single one of them, except for with Ted Cruz, where we're only 1 point behind, according to internal Republican polling. That's pretty good. Do you think it's possible low state-level performance will affect federal elections? Well, to an extent, yeah. If you're going out there to vote for a Democrat for the Senate, you're probably also voting for Kamala Harris in the presidency. Not guaranteed, but it's likely. If we, like, the positive signs here, I don't know. Maybe this fits within the pattern that we've seen, like in 2022, the red wave didn't happen, right? The red wave broke. Instead, Democrats in local and special elections outperformed expectations. Maybe this is a continuation of that pattern. It'd be good. It'd be nice. It'd be cool. So what you're saying is Blexus? Well, we might get a... Look, Ted Cruz being ousted would be a... Ted Cruz is like a power Republican, right? He's not just any senator, you know? He has been one of the loudest, most prominent voices, gets a lot of attention, you know, one of the main presidential candidates in 2016, behind Trump, of course. Sounds good, but sounds like copium till November 5th. It's from a leaked Republican internal polling. I'm not doing copium. I don't want you all, like, killing yourselves before the election. You know, no news but negative news. Look, Audrey's been feeling pretty doomer lately. See, this is what I mean. You have to sheath your sword, okay? The battle's yet to be decided. Unless you want me to be negative the whole damn time. You want another little bit of good news? Kamala Harris is doing a Fox News interview, which signals confidence. On an unrelated note, did you hear about the BS controversy the right is making about Walz, basically claiming he's a pedo? I don't like even having the... I know what you're referring to. Isn't it literally one guy on Twitter who is a Nazi who's like, Tim Walz is a pedo? Source? Me. Any questions? And then you have a bunch of Republicans like pretending that that's anything. Like, why even give it attention? You're going to argue against that? Time for me to debunk this. Well, logically, no evidence was provided, so I don't have the ability to debunk any specific points of evidence. I will be providing character testimony and witnesses. I will be examining the credibility of the claimant. I will be, like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's like, oh, Nazis lie? Yeah, that's like the main thing they do. Apart from, I don't know, think about kids and their moms? Like a hentai incest thing for them, maybe? It got like 20 million views or something. Okay. There were groypers defending pedophilia in the replies. Well, yeah, you can't tell a bunch of Nazis like Tim Walz is bad because he molests children, because they'll be like, well, hold on a second. Tim Walz is bad because he's a communist and a cuck. Let's not... As a libertarian, exactly. I saw that Anna Kasparian went on a podcast and got signal boosted by Colin Rugg and Elon Musk. And it's just, it's the same thing where it's like, I left the left because I was sexually assaulted by, you know, a homeless guy, which is what made me anti-homeless or something. I don't know. I give this no more respect than I did before. I'm sure she'll have a promising career as like a new Dave Rubin. Difference between Hassan and Hakeem. You know, I see your messages. You're not just like throwing them out there into the void. Not only do I see the messages that you put in chat, other people do as well. And I think that you owe it to the community that I have cultivated to, you know, not throw straight dog shit out there. What are you talking about? I see your messages. I heard in one of your clips that Reuters isn't as objective. Where do you get your more objective news from? Here's a secret. There's no such thing as objective news. Not from Reuters, not from me. Everyone is biased. Sometimes the bias is conscious. When it comes to mainstream news outlets like Reuters, their bias is informed heavily by the fact that they have, I mean, literally, before any article gets put out there, the people writing the article are subject to... censorship is a heavy word. Let's just say that the people who write these articles understand there are certain expectations for the content that they put out there, and those expectations include certain types of framing when it comes to controversial issues like Israel, okay? But there's bias in how I present things, you know? The key isn't to find the objective source of information. The key is to develop a good sense of media literacy so that when you see bias, you can identify it. And I would want all of you to do that with me as well. And that's true. Bias does not necessarily mean a lie. It doesn't necessarily mean inaccurate. Bias is bias. It can mean a lie, but that's like on the far end of the spectrum of bias, you know? Yeah, any news outlet or any person who claims they're unbiased or objective, you should not listen to them. That right there is a dead giveaway that they are a liar. Anybody who says that about themselves, you do not trust that shit. They can say they're being truthful, and that's hopefully true, you know? But unbiased, objective, like as a whole source? So that's why Vosh has all these shit media takes to train media literacy. Oh yeah, we talk about Minecraft to hone your guys' minds so that you're ready when it comes to stuff like, you know, Gaza, Israel.